Yeah, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Frankie Finesse back again with another episode of the Fantasy Blitz Show. Today I got the homie, the little bro, Kev. Kev, say what up to them.
What's up? What's up? You already know Dirty Bird gang all day.
Nah, ain't nobody worried about the Falcons. All right, here, y'all know y'all gonna get some real live shit about fantasy football here. The shit that they don't want to tell you, or the shit that we're gonna tell you. Don't listen to them about. All right. So for this episode today, we're going to talk about how our teams did last season. All right. Mind you, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I did not get first place. No, I didn't. But you can't take a W every season. I did get the W this season prior, but 2022 was not my season. So let's go over some of the stats and standings of last year. So we're going to start with what place Kevin landed. Kev, what place did you land?
I believe I came in. Now we're talking about including consolation after consolation.
Yes,
Is over.
sir.
All right, yeah. So I landed in eighth, but I did finish just outside the playoffs at seventh when the regular season ended. But once consolation was over, I ended up in eighth. But I mean, there's still discrepancy and controversy because there's people I beat who probably even had the same record as me who made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I did it because they have more points than me. So it is what it is.
So for y'all that don't know, all right. So our standings goes by the end of the regular season. All right. So you have your first through 12 because we have 12 teams. Once that is done, playoffs start. All right. So you have our top 6 teams get the playoff. The bottom 6 are going to compete for the consolation. So at the end of even the playoffs and the consolation is where our final standings is. So whoever finished last in the consolation is actually last place. If you finish the regular season before the playoffs at 6, but then you lost all them consolation shits and they ended you up at place 10, that's where you are. And for next season, that's the draft order we go by. All right. Your boy right here finished in 7th place. All right. Originally, I was in 8th place. I was behind Kevin. Kevin obviously lost the consolation game, and I was the winner of the consolation. So that's why I got 7th. As you can see, our records close. I was 6-8. He was 7-7. So at the beginning of the season, not at the beginning, but at the end of the season before the playoffs, he had 6, yada, yada, yada. But let's go over our teams. So for my team, all right, I felt like I drafted well, but I lied, all right? So I went Eckler with my 103. I went the CeeDee Lamb at 210, all right? So as you guys can see, my team was kind of dog shit. Let's talk about 2 picks we actually regret. So Kevin, give me one of the picks that you actually regretted.
Okay, this first pick was very easy for me to say. Not only was it a regret, yeah, it was a freaking waste of a pick, especially in the third round. But it was Russell Wilson for me. Obviously, we're in a super flex league too, so nobody's drafting Russell Wilson that high in a regular, standard or half PPR league. But Russell Wilson, yeah, super flex. I thought him and Josh Allen would be a perfect combination together because I mean Russell can cook, right? Well, not in Denver.
I feel that. I know he was upset. And the crazy thing is as I'm looking at your squad right now, you dropped that nigga, bro. You literally dropped him. By the
Yeah,
end of the season, you did not
actually, I
have
traded
Russell
him.
Wilson anymore. Oh, you
I
traded him?
traded him. Yeah, I traded him.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
You need to have
Russell
one
Wilson.
or two good games. The one was a 20-point game. The rest was
Russell
like
Russell Wilson, you let us down. You let us down. All right. You let us the fuck down. What did he even finish as last year in QB ratings? Russell Wilson finished the whole league as the QB 16. You know what the guys he finished behind weren't actually that bad, but he did finish behind Jared Goff. But
Right.
Jared Goff was top 10 though. Jared Goff was definitely top 10. He
Nice.
finished behind guys like Daniel Jones. Like, we drafted you so high, Russell Wilson. What the fuck was that about? What the fuck was that? That was really disappointing. Looking at his stats, he had 16 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. What the fuck? When did you even trade him, Kev? Because I don't even remember you traded him.
Towards the end of the regular season, our season, fantasy regular season.
Do you
But
remember who you traded him for?
for Derek Carr and George Pickens.
I mean, I would have took that trade.
Yeah,
Definitely would have took
so
that
he had that 120-point game against Las Vegas, and everybody was shitting on Las Vegas this year. But I was like, okay, like this might be the turnaround season for Denver. And then obviously tragedy struck when Javon Williams tears his ACL that game.
Javante.
Javonte Williams, yeah, tears his ACL that game. And then it just didn't get any better from there. It's like just all mediocre. You could stream quarterbacks, for the rest of the season over Russell Wilson, and you would have got the same numbers. So
Yeah, I feel that. So I'll make it be one of my regrets. My regret was James Conner, bro. All right. James Conner, I had him with the 303. I had him at the 303, bro. I don't know what I was thinking, bro. All right. He finished as the RB19. All right. He finished behind like some trash guys. I can't even say trash because they had a good season, but some guys that barely played as much as he did. James Conner did play only 13 games, so I can't completely fault him that. But going back, Arizona Cardinals team just was in shambles. Kyle Murray went down. Everybody was going down back and forth. He had 8 touchdowns last season versus his 18 the year prior. Like, that was bad. That was just real bad. He played 13 games. Oh, sorry. He finished behind guys like Alvin Kamara, who didn't play well at all. Okay. He fell behind guys like Zeke, who lost his starting job. He even fell behind guys like Najee. No, I can't say Najee played bad. I can't say that. But he did fall behind Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams surprised us last year. He finished as RB9, RB7. Mind you, this is standard scoring. So whatever. But James Conner was my biggest regret. I was hoping that the year prior he's going to carry me this year. Nope, didn't happen. So Kevin, give me another regret you have.
Another no-brainer, but like still it's a no-brainer because of what happened, and it's still kind of a waste of a draft pick because the way he played, it's like why even draft him? But it was Robert Woods for me.
I mean, he came back off an injury, but he looked not that bad, and then it was just
Yeah,
flat.
not that bad win because he didn't perform anything until like week 10. After what's his name came back, and then after what's the guy's name?
Cooper
Traylon
Kupp?
Burks.
Oh,
Traylon
Traylon
Burks.
Burks. Oh yeah, he
After he
left.
got
He left
hurt.
already. I forgot.
Yeah, after he got hurt, and then next thing you know, like one game he scored 10 points, and then he was like actually like getting some targets, but he still didn't do anything. It was nothing special. I ended up dropping him, actually,
Bro, all these players he say he regretted, bro, he ended up dropping, and
or
that's the
trading.
dropping a trade. That's the crazy thing. They were
Yeah,
horrible.
like you think that there would be like some part of if not the focal point, but some piece of the offense because of what they've done in previous seasons. But no, that wasn't the case at all. They were just non-factors, or they're holding the team back because every time they're talking about the team is what Russell Wilson didn't do, and then over there in Tennessee, it's always like some third string slot receiver that's getting more shine than Rick and Robert Wood. I'm like, the hell do I need him for then?
You know what's crazy? Guess where Robert Woods finished? Like in wide receiver wise, like what number? Guess. Let's take a wild guess.
Outside the 50.
Sheesh, you're right. Even fucking lower than that though. Go. Give me another guess.
60 something.
73.
73. Oh man.
73, bro. And he played all 17 games. He
That's
literally played all 17 games. That's the craziest part.
non-factor. It was so dumb. How you play the full season and don't do anything?
Man had
You got
91.
one touchdown?
Listen, my man had 91 targets, only caught the ball 53 times. All right. He had 2 touchdowns and he finished with 527 yards. Yeah, he was
That's a
definitely bust.
disappointment. You could have picked up any third string. You could have picked up Scotty Miller and probably got those numbers.
Yeah, seriously, bro. Seriously.
That's terrible, bro. Like, are you kidding me? And you're like talked about like you're supposed to be the wide receiver one in Tennessee, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, talking you up before the season started. Like, yeah, Tennessee might be nice.
Well, I mean, can we completely blame Robert Woods or do we blame fucking Ryan Tannehill? I blame Tannehill, bro. I fucking blame Tannehill. I drafted him. He was a fucking bust.
But
All right.
yeah,
Another fucking pick I regret was Leonard Fournette. Big Lenny, playoff Lenny. He let me down. All right. I picked him at the 410 spot. All right. Fourth round, 10th pick, hoping him and Connor going back to back that they would help me at least touchdown wise. If they were even touchdown dependent, I'd be happy with it. So if they were up and down on games, that would be okay as long as like one game they're getting me 2 touchdowns, the next one maybe 0, but then the next game is 3 touchdowns. Maybe that could have helped me, but there was no telling with him. He finished as RB20. All right. Tampa Bay last season was just trash. Tom Brady. I can't say Tom. I mean, I hate Tom Brady, but Tom Brady didn't play his best, maybe because of offensive line issues, but whatever. They just were horrible. And that's probably the demise of Leonard Fournette to the point that he's a free agent now and still not even picked up, which still blows my mind. From the year prior, he had back in 2021, he had 4.5 yards a carry versus last season where he had only 3.5 yards a carry. All right. That's a whole nother yard he went down. Mind you, they probably didn't utilize him as much. They did have Rashard White that they liked, and he was being more involved in the passing game. I know Leonard Fournette, not as much, but at least he was involved sometimes. And he let me down. He let me down, bro. Not gonna lie to you. All right. So we're gonna go and show y'all the league winner, which is my boy Will. Root of all Eagle. He went all Eagles. I can't say completely all Eagles, but he did. Jalen Hurts. He had AJ Brown. Like we couldn't even flex on him. The Philadelphia Eagles had their best season that in a minute. So the fact that they had the best season and he had AJ Brown on top of that, my guy Garrett Wilson, and once again I said Jalen Hurts and Dallas Goedert. So even his QB number 2 was Kirk Cousins, who we can't say he's the best quarterback, but fantasy wise, he actually puts up pretty decent numbers for you. You know what I mean? He finished top 10, so we can't even be mad. So, root of all Eagle, Will, we got to clap for y'all. We got to clap for you. We got to clap for you, all right? Mind you, he finished dead last season with only 1 win from last to first this season. That's the craziest thing, bro. Now let's go to last place. We got to go to my boy Casey. Oh, boy, Casey, I don't know. I mean, on paper, his team wasn't bad. He did go couple of Chargers. He had Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen, where he picked Herbert in the second round, Keenan Allen in the third.
That's what fucked him over.
And yeah, I mean, even had Jalen Waddle, Najee, and fucking Travis Etienne, bro. Like, man, you would have thought like his team was pretty good. And mind you, Kevin, he's the one you traded Russell Wilson to.
I know, but his team is stacked. Chris Olave. After that, and then Cordell Patterson too.
Yeah, that was a little strange to me that he finished dead last. But I mean,
it got hurt. I mean, ATN didn't do anything because of James Robinson for like the first couple of games, and then
but you remember they traded his ass.
Yeah, I know, but remember, because I had James Robinson in another league, and for the first like 4 or 5 games, James Robinson was putting in work. He wasn't like going ham, but he was putting in work, and ATM was getting seeing like small stuff, and then finally, I think Robinson gets hurt or something, then ATM takes over, then he gets hurt. I was over that. Olave got hurt. Cordell Patterson got hurt, so that's probably when he was like on the downside of when he was losing his games because after outside of that, like who's his players? Because Keenan Allen was hurt, so who's playing after that? And Najee wasn't beasting.
Yeah, I mean, but Najee actually had a pretty decent season. I'm pretty sure he finished at least top 15 in running backs. So it might have fluctuated back and forth with him. Yeah, he finished RB12. Might have fluctuated because he did hit 1,000 yards, but I guess it didn't all come together for fucking Casey. So Casey, we're gonna give you that thumbs down. Sorry, you my guy, but thumbs down on that squad. All right. He finished 5-9, dead last. All right. So going over the records again, you got me at 6-8. You got Kev at 7-7. I finished seventh. He finished eighth. So next season, hopefully, it's gonna be a different story. All right. All right, so let's get into some rookies that we're going to keep our eye on. All right, some rookies that we're not to say that they're going to break out, but some rookies that maybe help you guys in dynasty, or some rookies that later down the line, if you stash, may pay out at the end. All right, so one of mine is going to be Jordan Addison. All right, wide receiver of the Minnesota Vikings. All right, right now from rookie drafts, just rookie drafts. All right, he's the wide receiver 2 coming off the board. All right. There's no more Thielen. So you got JJ and Addison. All right. Addison's got some crazy hands, speed. So watch out for him. All right. Him and JJ could be literally the best wide receiver duo we're going to see in a while. Okay. I mean, you see Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Well, you might see Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. You never know. All right. He's not the biggest, but he did run a fast 40 with a 4.49. So that's not bad. That's pretty fast. That's pretty fucking fast. All right. He's not the biggest guy like I said, he's only 5'11. He's damn near 6 foot, 173 pounds. I think he can carry his own in this offense where they like to gunsling with Kirk Cousins. All right, Kev, give me one of your rookies.
One of my rookies to watch. Oh man, you already know where we're going. We're taking it down south.
Here we go.
Dude.
Here we go. I knew it was coming.
Stadium, the boy Bijan Robinson. You ready for big things? You already saw what Cordell Patterson did. Now you saw what Tyler Algier did in this past season. Cordell did it in the past 2. Tyler Algier, the rookie, came in putting up a buck 30 in a few games, going crazy, running wild. The boy ran like a 4.7 or 4.6 40. Bijan running 4.4, low 4.4, almost a 4.3. He's gonna run wild, and like they're ready to ground and pound it. Like they're not even playing. Like they're just gonna run it down every single last team's throat. Probably run the ball like 30 times a game. Bijan seeing like 17 carries at least. Algier being a power back, and then you got your utility back, Cordell Patterson. Like teams are gonna have the defense is gonna have their hands full. Like imagine all 3 of them on the field at once. You could put Algier at fullback if you want to.
You know, it's crazy that so many Falcons fans actually were upset that you guys even went Bijan because you like Tyler Algier, KT, but you're one of them.
Nah, that didn't upset me at all. I mean, if you know what they do over there in the front office, you already know what they're trying to do and what direction they're trying to head. And I'm not mad at that pick because Cordell Patterson's getting old. Algier is a big cat, but he's slow. He's not gonna, outrun. He's not hitting home runs. He can break big ones. He's a big dude. Once he get past those linebackers, good luck trying to tackle him. Your safety better be as big as like I don't even know who's the biggest safety in the league right now.
Couldn't even tell you, but yeah, he's gonna be a problem to
He
tackle
better
down.
be somebody big,
He's gonna be a problem to tackle down.
Yeah, like he's a problem once he gets into the third level.
I mean, yeah, Bijan is that dude. Yeah, Kev, you know where he's getting drafted ADP wise?
ADP, I'm not sure. I see something.
Okay. let's just say out of all the running backs, what number running back do you think
10.
he's getting picked off?
Okay, out of all okay, well his ADP is 10 right now.
Okay, so what like how many fucking running backs are going before him before he's getting drafted in the ADP?
Uh,
I
I
mean, no,
could-
I want you to guess. You don't have to look it up, nigga.
how many running backs do I think is going to go before him?
Yes.
You
So
could argue,
if you think there's four running backs before him, so he'll be RB5 to get take off the board. You
yeah,
tell me.
like just about like he could be running back, 5 to 10 range
Okay.
because the potential that's there. He's the best running back off the board in this upcoming draft, and he has all the skill sets. He's fast. He has mobility. He can catch and he can hit. He can lower down the shoulder pads and hit. So it's not a question of volume. It's well, let's see what he does when he gets to rock. And obviously, you saw what Cordell Patterson did and Tyler Algier. So it's like the potential is really there.
So he's actually RB3 to come off the board, bro. There's
Hmm.
only two running backs going off the board before him, and that's CMC and Jonathan Taylor. Still Jonathan Taylor over him.
Oh boy, not that guy.
Yes, he's going before Austin Eckler, Nick Chubb, Saquon, Derrick
Right.
Henry. I'm like, damn, they're really that high on him. And I'm not a Bijan hater. I'm not a
Mhm.
Falcons hater. But my thing is, if Bijan doesn't pan out as your being the third running back coming off the board, bro, you know how much of a like bust your team is going to be if Bijan doesn't produce.
That's
It's gonna
sad.
be a bust. It's gonna be a bust. All right, so let me give you another rookie I'm keeping my eyes on. It's gonna be Kendre Miller, New Orleans Saints. All right, he is out of all the rookies being drafted in a rookie draft. So dynasty, y'all can pay attention. He's RB4 from the rookies getting drafted. All right. If Kamara's to miss time, guess what? It's gonna be Jamal Williams and then Kendre Miller right behind him. I like Jamal Williams, don't get me wrong. He did finish RB7 last year, but that was because DeAndre Swift got injured. So Jamal Williams can still do his thing, but Kendre Miller, they drafted him. He could probably outplay Jamal Williams, and Jamal Williams will probably just be that, that passing down running back. They need to check down or it's third down and they got to pass. Jamal Williams is going to be in, but I feel like Kendre Miller could be that 3-and-out guy. He can. He's similar in size to. Yeah, once again, Kendre Miller is similar in size to Bijan, right? With 5'11", 215 pounds, he's similar to the size of your boy Bijan. So if he got the hands and he can move like your boy Bijan, I don't see why Kendre Miller can't outplay Jamal Williams. And then Alvin Kamara comes in, you know what I mean? Now they're going to have to split carry, and if they like Kendre that much, Alvin Kamara might just be done as a Saint. Might be
And
done as a Saint.
another thing, especially speaking of being done as a Saint, did they ever deal any suspension on the video footage that came out with Alvin Kamara?
So we're still waiting to see what the outcome of that's going to be. So if Kamara's to miss time, it's when Kendre Miller could shine. So I'm just saying he's a rookie to keep your eye out on. I'm not saying that that's somebody you got to draft. I'm not saying, that he's going to break out. I'm just saying keep your eye on him, because if they tell us fucking Alvin Kamara is suspended for 6 to 8 weeks, bro, like Kendre Miller might be able to take fucking carries from everybody.
Yeah,
Just
you
saying
never know.
that.
That's his his time to shine, his evaluation week when he gets if he gets suspended. Those times he gets to shine, see what he can do.
Yeah,
And maybe they'll trade Alvin Kamara after suspension is dealt, just after they see what Kendre Miller could do and go from there.
exactly. All right, Kev, give me another rookie you're keeping your eyes on.
Now, I'm still sticking to the same position, but different team. This time we're going up north. I'm gonna take you out of Motor City and say Jameer Gibbs. The
Yo, you love Jameer Gibbs. This
Gibbs.
man told me, he's like, yo, I'm gonna be higher on him. So if I got to reach, you're gonna see. I'm like, bro,
Why? Watch, I'm telling you, since Bama, actually, you can't even say since Bama, since Georgia Tech, bro, he's been lighting up the college football field, bro. Like he's a problem. He's the next, like he's like an Alvin Kamara prototype build of a back. Can catch, can run, got moves, and he's like very elusive. So like I think he fits Detroit style very well, especially since they, dealt out DeAndre Swift. He's DeAndre Swift 2.0. I don't. He may be faster. Jahmyr Gibbs is quick. He's definitely a little bit quicker in elusiveness and invasiveness. But the hands is there. Like there's nothing that he can't do. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they motioned him out the backfield and lined him up as a wide receiver and just threw it past him, a screen or something to him. Like he's the real deal to me. I think Detroit, that's a boss move by Detroit. I was questioning why they traded DeAndre Swift at first, but now it makes sense. They went and grabbed Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, yeah, and he's not injury prone. It's not like he's gonna miss games or something like that. So it's a boss move. I think it's gonna be a boss fantasy move. Depending on where he goes, you know, let's see his ADP because he could be a steal. He could be like the Damian Pierce. But
I'm seeing that he's going like third, fourth round, bro. That's crazy.
yeah, I know. ADP 39. So yeah, you can be
He's
seeing
going third, fourth round, bro. That's crazy.
depending on
And rookie drafts, he's RB2 right behind Bijan.
yeah, depending on how you draft too. Like he's a sneaky. It's a high pick, but depending on how you draft, it could be a very good, valuable pick for you and how you use them in your fantasy. Like if you wanted to go zero RB or something like that, and you think you could fall back on Jahmyr Gibbs, that's your boy, that's your man's to do it because he's that backfield is his. I don't see anybody else, you know, occupying it. Jamal Williams is out, so that's a good investment, especially if it's zero RB people.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna give you another rookie I'm keeping my eye on. It's gonna be Devin Achane. Like I'm hoping I'm saying that right. So Dev, my bad. All right. He's Miami. He's right now in rookie drafts, he's just fifth running back coming off the board behind Kendre Miller. Devin Achane, I mean, Miami, they love speed, and Devin Achane ran a 4.32 40-yard. So
Yep.
that boy is quick. You know what I mean? So they love speed. So why wouldn't they give him the ball? You got Raheem Mostert fucking over 31. You got Jeff Wilson who's decent. But at the same time, both those guys can't stay as healthy. And for all we know, we see Devin Achane just fucking move up the ranks in the depth chart and all of a sudden he stay there. You never know. You never know. He, like I said, Miami loves speed, so I think he's a perfect fit for them. Perfect, and he could be great value at RB 37. He's the 37th running back coming off the board. All right, so his ADP is around 104. That's late. So you pick him up and you could stash him once again, like my boy Kendre Miller. Like I was saying, Kevin's over here trying to tell you, oh, draft these guys, and they're going high up in the fucking draft. But I'm telling you about these sneaky ass running backs or rookies that can move up them chains
I,
like that.
I'm agreeing. I got you. I am giving you the guys who are high value targets. But like I said, zero RB strategy. Your two boys right there, A Shane and this other guy Miller.
Yeah.
Two other guys you might want to invest in later on in the draft because they could probably help you, win a championship later on when everybody's running backs are banged up. Maybe yours too. You can go and grab these two dudes who may actually, be fresh legs to the season and maybe running wild because of, suspensions or injuries too, and a backfield that we're not certain who's going to come out as the number one, the true number one, in Miami. It's probably Jeff Wilson's job, right?
I think it's Raheem. I think it's Raheem's
Raheem.
job.
So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, stuff like that. Like you may want to take a look at Devin Achane to see if he comes away with the job,
Yeah.
and that
I
committee
can't.
banged up guys.
All right, Kev, give me one more rookie you're keeping an eye on.
Man, all right. Now, after what you just said about me giving these high profile rookies, I, I'm gonna stay high profile for now. Maybe in a later video we could talk some more about deeper targets. But right now, you got to go with the number one pick in the NFL draft, Bryce Young. Now, the reason why, it's because he's a dual threat quarterback. Now, we've seen what the dual threat quarterbacks have done in the fantasy world in, with Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. Like it's a come up. It's almost a gimmick. It's like whenever they're as soon as they're available. Like the ADP, whatever the suggestion, do it. If you're there, do it. Like there's no reason not to. If you want to reach and you know what you're doing, do it. But Bryce Young is another one. He's on his way to come up in Carolina now. The reason why I say that is because I mean Carolina may not be an established offense just yet. They're not because we're still looking at a brand new team, young. You know, the running back Miles Sanders. We'll see what he can bring to the table. They brought in Frank Reich, so Frank Reich isn't shy of using running back. So we'll see what happens. Um, like now we have to like see what comes about their wide receiving core with Terrence Marshall, and the other guy. Didn't they just draft a receiver too? But they can, yeah, what is his name? Jonathan Mingo. So
And Mingo was his name. Oh,
Mingo was his name. But yeah, we'll see what they can muster up, but they're not out of the loop just yet, you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think Carolina's a sneaky team, bro. Dude, I
They,
know
they
you're a
have, they
Falcons.
have
I
brought
know
in
you're a
Adam
Falcons
Thielen.
fan, Kev. I know
They're
you're a
sneaky.
Falcons fan, but they're gonna be a
Okay.
sneaky team in that fucking NFC South, bro.
They got Adam Thielen too, so there's veteran help
They
around.
got they got him and DJ Chark.
Yeah, so they have veteran help, but you still got some promising guys on that squad, including Terrence Marshall, and they got another guy. I forgot his name, number 12, I believe he was, whoever, but it was like no, and they got Laviska Shenault. That's who I was on
Yeah,
this.
they got this.
So I think Bryce Young is gonna make a fantasy star out of one of those wide receivers, and he's gonna build his own rapport from using his legs and his arm talent. But I believe that he's one of those rookie quarterbacks this year who's going to get shine like Kyler Murray and do some big things.
But you're saying high profile. Now we understand he was the number one pick in the NFL draft, but
Mm-hmm.
his ADP is not putting him at high profile. They're saying he's going around 152, so he's going in later rounds because not a lot of people are going to be trusting a rookie quarterback right away.
No.
And there's so many more quarterbacks, established quarterbacks to go with before you went Bryce Young. Now Bryce Young as your QB2, I don't see any problem with that, especially if he's going to be your QB3 and you stash him and also only outplays your QB2.
Especially
We
in the
do
super
play
flex
super
form.
flex, so
Yeah.
we have two quarterbacks, but
Mhm.
for all you know, Bryce Young might just take that QB2 spot and now you run away with the whole league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get why you say high profile, but ADP is not that high. So that's what I was looking for. I know you're giving Bijan and fucking Jameer Gibbs, but I'm like, give me somebody that later the fucking rookie that you keep your eye on and that he might blow for you.
Yeah.
Pause.
Pause. You want me to give you someone? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, 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 no. I think he was perfect. So comparing him to CJ Stroud, you think Bryce Young's gonna have a better season?
Fantasy season. But
Yes.
I don't think he's throwing more yards than CJ Stroud, but we'll see what Houston does because Houston still has to bring in a couple more pieces and to help CJ Stroud. Like they do have a nice wide receiver down there.
They have Nico Collins, which I liked last year, so we'll see.
They do get Mechie, John Mechie, the third back. They brought in Tank Dell
Yeah. But
from
Kevin, guess who's on Houston? Wide receiver wise.
tell me.
Your boy that you were just saying that you regretted picking. Robert Woods is on Houston. If CJ Stroud and Robert Woods can make a connection, that might be the revitalized. I can't even say the fucking word. He might just like literally just make Robert Woods fucking relevant again because right now Robert Woods
Right.
isn't. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, like that. What the other guy they have too? Chris Moore
Hmm.
shining at the end of the season.
Yeah, but I like Nico Collins a lot
Nico
though.
Collins. So you got Nico Collins, this new guy, Tank Dell, who was shining.
Yeah, a lot of people are high on him too.
He's nice, bro. I think he might take over as a number one or number two, depending on what they do with Robert Woods, Nico Collins, and
Yeah,
there's more in the mix. And they brought in Dalton Schultz too. I like the names they're bringing around him. I want to
yeah.
see what he can do, and he's still got a nice running back in Damian Pierce.
So
So
Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, Kev, which one?
who I'm gonna pick?
Yes.
Well, it's fantasy. It's fantasy, man. So you got to go with Bryce Young. It kills me. I like CJ Stroud went to Ohio State and everything. I'm a Michigan guy, but I could not deny that man's talent when he was playing college ball. And you saw what he almost did to Georgia. He almost single-handedly beat Georgia. Every throw he threw was on point. And then what they said he couldn't do, he did it. He ran
Yep.
over the
Sure as
field,
hell did.
all over they're like, well, the question is his mobility. Can he evade what's his name? The big dude from Georgia, the tackle. I forget his name, but anyway, they're like, yeah, he's gonna have his hands full trying to run away from the Georgia tackles and stuff like that because he's never seen a defense like Georgia. What he do? He escaped and he ran for like 40, 50 yards in that freaking national championship
Facts.
playoff game. It was
Facts.
ridiculous what he did, bro. Like if you watch that, like I almost believed that he was gonna go number one. But Bryce Young's been doing it. CJ Stroud proved it in one game that he can do it. But it was like the most amazing thing you ever saw because like he was killing it. All his throws were on point. That one pass he threw on the run in the back of the end zone to fucking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, that was nice.
Bro. But I gotta go Bryce. It's fantasy. Legs and arms work better than just arms.
You're right. You're right. We see that with Lamar. We saw that. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all we got for y'all today. All right. Once again, it's us talking some real live fantasy shit with you guys. Not the shit that they want to fucking sell you on, just some real shit that we are going to tell you. All right. So once again, I'm your boy Frankie Finesse. Got the little bruh Kev. All right. It's the Fantasy Bliss Show. We out. Peace.